All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everybody? Got another watch along for you. I'm sure as you guys start trickling in, you will probably be surprised to see me on here. But we got USA Mexico tonight. If you clicked on to stream, you already know it's Nations League, CONCACAF Nations League. We got semifinals. USA versus their hated rivals in Mexico. I'm excited for it. It's the first appearance for Balogun for the U.S. We got Pulisic. You know the usual cast, but it's an opportunity to go to a final for this group as we're looking ahead to the U.S. being at the World Cup in 2026. Games like these are great for the development of this group. They still don't have a coach. They still have the interim coach, but I have a feeling that they're going to figure out who they want very shortly. At least I assume. The names that I thought about for the U.S. I thought Jesse Marsh, and I thought about Thierry Henry. I thought he'd be really good for the job. We heard Jesse Marsh actually not too long ago came out and said he's out of the running, according to his agent. So I guess we take that for what it is. But a name did surface yesterday that I didn't think about, but now I think about it would be really good as well. Patrick Vieira. If you don't remember, he was his last job was with Crystal Palace over in the Premier League. He'd been in MLS before that, I believe in New York. So I think a guy like that would really work for the U.S. as well. Supposedly he's very interested in the job as well. So I would love to see it go to him. Like I said, we'll see who emerges from the I guess wish list. But I think the good thing with Vieira is he has the MLS background, so he understands development. He's got the Premier League, you know, on his resume, so he understands international football. He understands what it takes to be successful. Because look, Crystal Palace isn't Man United or Man City. He kept them kind of in the middle of the table. I guess it'd be 2 seasons ago. This past season struggled a bit, ended up losing the job, but the the exposure to that game, I think would definitely do well for US. We are, I think, close to kickoff here. It looks like the little, festivities before the match are still going on. So maybe a few more minutes, but I see a couple people in here. You can say what's up. If you're a soccer fan, great. If not, you can still stick around. Maybe you want to learn something from the sport. You definitely, ask some questions. If I can't answer it, the chat would be helpful. As people come in, of course. If you haven't been into any of these watch alongs with me, you already understand that. Well, I'll let you know then. It's free game in the chat for you. As long as it's respectful and all that, I'm good with it. So we could talk, we don't necessarily have to talk MLS all night. We could talk Premier League stuff. We could talk Mbappe. Because, with Mbappe, it seemed like a couple of days ago, it was like, oh, he's definitely leaving PSG. But then now he's like trying to do, I guess, image control and make it seem like if he leaves, it's because the club wants him to leave. I mean, I'll keep saying it. I'm one of those who believes that Mbappe's kind of done his thing at PSG. I'd love to see Mbappe at a Barcelona, Real Madrid, Premier League. I think that's where he needs to go. But only time will tell. All right, so we got the players now lining up to enter onto the pitch. I mean, if I could have picked any match, I guess, to be my first watch along on the channel, USA Mexico is not a bad choice. Actually, it'd be good for me to get kind of reunited with the Mexican squad. I know they've gone over a bit of a transformation last couple of years, so I want to see who they have. I mean, Nations League's doing it real big. They got a little pyro type stuff going on. Okay. So I'm sure. I think they produced the starting lineup. So let me see what formation the U.S. is rolling with. So everybody who's on the stream, hope you're having a great night. And like I said, drop a hello, a what's up, what's good, any kind of introduction you want. The floor is yours. And if you want more watch alongs like this, please hit the like, subscribe, follow. It all helps out. Lets me know that you like this kind of content. I mean, the NBA playoff watch alongs went really well. It'd be your first chance to test the waters with soccer. I mean, I'm still going to do some soccer because I love soccer as a fan. So if it's a good way for you to get introduced to the sport, I guess you stumbled onto the right channel. So we have the Mexican national anthem going right now. You know, especially for me being, American, a lot of times you have fans talking about rivalries in sports and where have they gone. USA Mexico, that rivalry is still there and it is still burning bright. Mexico kind of dominated CONCACAF for a little bit there, but the U.S. has completely caught up. Some people might say past Mexico. I'd still say they're kind of head to head right now. But I do think a good thing with CONCACAF is with Canada establishing themselves as the clear number 3. I think that helps when it comes time for the World Cup in 2026. But now with the expanded field in 2026, we need to see who's going to be. I guess CONCACAF gets like 6 spots. So 4, 5, and 6. From this summer on, need to establish themselves as legit, football clubs. So we have the American national anthem going now. Okay, I see Weah, I see Turner, Pulisic. Okay, I see Anthony Robinson. See Reyna, see McKinney. It'd be good to see Reyna in the starting 11. When all the drama that surrounded him last World Cup, seems like all that's kind of, I guess, behind everybody. Which obviously the Reyna situation led to Beerhalter's demise. Although he's supposedly still in the running for the job if he wants it back or if they want to bring him back. I feel like that's just window dressing. I don't think there's a chance that Beerhalter's back as the USA coach. But like I said, this is the first soccer watch along on the channel. So this is Nations League. We got Gold Cup starting next week. I think USA starts off with Jamaica. All right, so we got the starting 11. It's the 4-3-3. Got Robinson, Richards, Robinson, and Dest on the back line. Got Turner in goal, McKennie, Musa, Reyna in the midfield, Pulisic, Balogun, and Weah up front. So Richardson, Robinson, see how they work as a center back. Robinson and Dest on the left and right back. You kind of know what you're getting there. I think the midfield for the U.S. is going to be key for them with McKennie, Reyna, Musa. And, of course, up top, the striker position has always been a talking point since the last World Cup. So hopefully the U.S. can get that figured out. Mexico is going to be in a 3-4-3 formation. Got Ochoa in goal. I mean, he's the rock for Mexico. It's okay. So we're getting ready. Players are kind of getting into their spots. All right, they're both squads are huddling up here on the field, on the pitch. Let's go. Actually, I'll see if I pull up a scoreboard for this. Yeah, let me do that. That way you guys can have the formation and everything like that. So they're doing the countdown to kick off. And we're off. Ball over the top already. Okay. USA into the box. Turn it over there. They get it back. Okay, Weah, Musa. So right now, Reyna's telling Robinson, let's slow it down after that start where they went over the top and almost got a runner in. I think that was Weah into the box. I got Weah down the right side. Crosses it into the box. Not a bad delivery. Mexico with the throw in. Stadium's packed. Love to see it. I mean, it's USA Mexico. Must see. Turner with the touch to Dest. Ball over the top, looking for Weah. Gets it to him. Has a man in the box. Ooh. Okay. Weah down the right side has looked good so far. Had Pulisic in the middle of the field, just couldn't get the cross in though. Pulisic's got a little bit of a push there, but I think Weah could have controlled it a little better on his first touch. Could have been a nice little cross into Pulisic who would have had a wide open goal. Okay, Mexico on the attack. Yeah. Long switch of the ball. Went from left to right. try to switch up the defense, get them moving. And now Mexico back at the half line. Mexico with another diagonal ball. They have a guy in the box, get it cross in. Turner read it, but that was a dangerous ball in by Mexico. Showing the replay, yeah, he stayed on side too. Try to see which one works better. Yeah, I'll sit there for now. All right, so the U.S. back with the ball. So like I said, for the U.S., this is exciting because we get to see Balogun for the first time. I mean, he's a young guy, but he's going to get an opportunity to play up top. I think out of the crop of guys that they have who can play up as a lone striker in this 4-2-3-1, Balogun might be the most skilled guy, but we just don't know necessarily how he's going to look with these other U.S. players. So it's going to be a good opportunity for them to work on chemistry because I think he's going to be an important part of the U.S.'s game plan for 2026. I really do. U.S. with the throw in. With a turnover, Mexico now has the ball. Mexico a little bit, U.S. with a little press, but Mexico switches it over to the left side. Got Gallardo on the left side here. Passes it back. Now they're back at the halfway. So yes, once again, you guys tune in. What's going on? I guess as you're coming in, you can let me know if you're a soccer fan or not. Like I said, if you're new to soccer and you're trying to learn, I can help you out a little bit. Got a free kick for the U.S. So far, we're at 5:25 in. So we're into the 6th minute. Oh, Reyna has some space. Ooh. Tried to slip it to Pulisic, who was making a run to his left. But the Mexican defender was there and got a toe on it. And then we got a free kick for Mexico here. Musa chopped down the Mexican defender there. All right, U.S. gets the ball back. Dest had it, was looking upfield, but couldn't find anybody, so he cut it back. Okay, we're into the 7th minute now. Still no score. U.S. has had, a couple of instances where they looked, kind of dangerous on the attack. I like that. That's gonna be something that the U.S. definitely has to get better with. Scoring goals, creating opportunities, especially for guys like Pulisic and Weah. Dest was in a little bit of trouble there, but got not necessarily bailed out, but Mexico fouled him. Oh, thought I dropped something. Okay, U.S. kicking it around in their back line. Dest to Robinson. Over to Richards. Richards to the other Robinson. Try to long ball over the top to Weah. I mean, the way they're playing this, I feel like they're going to connect on one of those, and Weah is going to have a really good opportunity on goal. Because since Mexico's playing three at the back, you can kind of try to attack them off of the right and the left wing, because they're playing three center backs in the middle. So if you get those three spread out, then you're really in business. So you have to kind of play it over the top of the five in the midfield, but kind of in front of the three on the back line. That's what the U.S. has tried to do a couple times here. Mexico trying to come back on the attack, but the U.S. stops that really quickly. Then back to Robinson again. Over to Richards. Back to Robinson. Here's McKinney. Came back to get the ball, but gives it right back to Robinson. They're going to try to switch it to the other side. So right now the U.S. is playing the possession game right now. McKinney over the top. Yeah, that one was way too far. Cho with the ball at his feet. Waits for Balogun to get a little bit closer. He picks it up. Mexico tried to go over the top as well, but the U.S. snuffed that out. Bad turnover there by Robinson. Mexico outside the box, but turns it over. Weah came back to help out, relieve the pressure. Going up the right side, Dest. A little bit too far out of play. Throw in Mexico. Mexico's still waiting to throw it in. We're here in the 11th minute. Still scoreless. All right, Dest with a little sliding tackle there and knock it out of play. Mexico with another throw in. Mexico with it. Deep shot, but over the top. Sanchez gave it a ride from a little outside the box, but got a little bit too much underneath it, and it flew on him. Been hearing a lot of talk about, this game is important to the Mexican coach, as there's a lot of pressure on him to do well. Almost makes it seem like they have to kind of win the Nations League, or his job could really be in jeopardy. Okay, U.S. and Mexico kind of kicking it around right now. Mexico settles it down. They try to go over the top, but yeah, that guy was way offside. So they try to take a page from the U.S.'s playbook so far in this game and go over the top, but the Mexican attacker, I think it was Pineda, I believe, on that one, took off a little bit too soon. All right, so got Musa. Dangerous pass there. Turns it over. Mexico on the attack into the box with the cross. Intercepted by Musa. At least he tracked back. Try to go give and go with McKinney, but Musa got held up by the Mexican midfielder. Now they're pressuring Alvarez, who's on the ball. Forces him to kick it back to Ochoa. Ochoa up over the top. Knocked it down. Okay, U.S. trying to build up an attack here. Reyna's on the ball. Ooh, try to slip it to Weah. Couldn't get it through. We got Balogun on the ball. Over to Pulisic. To Balogun. Pulisic trying to get the foul on the edge of the box there, but they don't give it to him. I guess he's playing advantage. I'm not sure. Because it looked like the Mexican defender in trying to defend Pulisic, who was trying to go with a quick give and go. Balogun just got in Pulisic's way. All right, Balogun has it, waiting for a runner. And they call a foul on Balogun. All right, so Mexico on the ball here. We're in the 15th minute now. Still scoreless. Both teams have had, I guess, a couple of tries at the attack. Xander Helms, what's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. What have you missed? I mean, we're 15 minutes in, no score. U.S. has made a couple of, dangerous plays over the top that just haven't connected on any yet. Balogun is starting. Reyna's in the starting lineup. Those are two guys that a lot of people are looking to see what they can do. Reyna had that tough experience at the World Cup, and Balogun, this is his first appearance with the U.S. Mexico's had maybe a possession or two where they've gotten into the U.S.'s box, but haven't really had a great chance at goal yet. I appreciate you tuning in. So we got a free kick here for the U.S. I'm going to say Balogun's looked good pretty so far. The U.S. just has to try to get runners off of him, give him options in terms of a through ball or take some defensive pressure off of him to maybe have him get a turn and a shot off. Musa gets tripped at the half line, got another free kick. I'll say Weah's been very threatening off of the right side. Like I said, they tried like 3 or 4 balls up over the top to Weah. One was a really good chance, but on the cross it was deflected, and Pulisic had a nice run into the box as well, but they couldn't connect. Pulisic and McKinney tried to play a little 1-2 game there, but the ball just went out of play. Just showed the possession numbers. U.S. 60% of the possession right now. Mexico over the top. Pineda with it. Ooh. Bad pass there by Pineda. Out of play for the U.S. throw-in. A little bit of miscommunication on the ball over the top from Mexico. Kind of had 3 U.S. players around, but neither one of them really went for the ball. Mexico tried to get a little opportunity off of it, but nothing really materialized. All right, Robinson with the throw-in. Let's see. All right, so we got Richards over the Dest. Dest looking up. Gets it over to Weah. Weah gets it back to Reyna. Can he get to it? Crosses it. Oof. Dangerous ball. Balogun just couldn't get on the end of that cross by Reyna. All right, so we got a corner kick here for the U.S. Reyna's going to take it. There'll be an in-swinging corner here. Here we go. And nobody can get on the end of that. Comes out to Pulisic. Now Musa has it, heads it up in the air. Back to Musa. He gets over to Robinson. All right, Dest has it. Cuts inside. Gets it to Reyna. Reyna can't make the move. Dest has it. Over to Weah. Crosses it into the box. Oof. That was a good cross by Weah. Got another corner for the U.S. So Reyna's going to take it again. Be another in-swinging cross from Reyna. All right. Reyna puts it in. He went with a low-driven cross, but didn't get over the first defender. So Mexico heads it out of. Turner has it. Over to Reyna to Pulisic. Pulisic has it. Gets it to McKinney. Try to give it back to Pulisic. Turns it over. Mexico looking to try to get into the counterattack. But the U.S. gets back. Mexico kind of hanging around the circle. Well, the midfield circle. So we're into the 21st minute, still scoreless here. I'll say the U.S. has been the more dangerous team on the field tonight. Mexico now with a deep ball over the top. Cuts it inside on his left foot, but didn't get a lot on that shot. Robinson gets to Pulisic. Pulisic has some room to run on the left side. Balogun's trying to make a run. We need to play it through Robinson and Pulisic. I agree. Because that was the first opportunity where Pulisic had room in front of him to go. Unfortunately, he couldn't find Balogun on the end of that cross. I feel like they can play through Weah a little bit too. I mean, I know early on Weah's been trying to make runs into the box, but I think he's another guy. If you put on his feet, he can do some things. Mexico tried to go with the long diagonal pass again, but just out of the reach of, was that Antuma? I keep forgetting that there's two Robinsons, so I just say Miles Robinson with the throw in. Pulisic has a run here. Pulisic into the box. Pulisic over the top. Pulisic did everything on the play except convert. He got Ochoa to come out of his goal. He duked him, had an open net, and just put it up over the top. I mean, you want to see Pulisic finish that off. But that's still encouraging. The U.S. has been in the attack a lot of these first 24 minutes. I would say after that, like, they deserve to have a goal, but that's the best chance of the game so far. That Pulisic just put it up over the bar. I mean, Xander, like you said, play through Robinson and Pulisic. Those two were a part of that run from Christian there. All right, so Anthony Robinson gets to Musa in the midfield. Back to Dest, to Reyna. Back to Anthony Robinson. Pecan says, "What's up, dog? What's going on, man?" Who do you have winning tonight? What's your prediction on the score? I think U.S. wins 2-1. Got a free kick there. Reyna over to Musa. Gets it back to Robinson, over to Richards. Richards to Pulisic. Quick turn. Has some space. Gets it to Weah. Offside flag goes up. U.S. playing lights out. 3-1. Okay. Yeah, U.S. has been great to start this at the start of this game here. The Pulisic is starting to get going on the ball. Okay, they call it a free kick. I thought there was a offside, but no. So Pulisic standing over it. I mean, against a keeper like Ochoa, you're probably not going to score from that distance, but we'll see what Pulisic does here. All right. All right, Pulisic gave it a shot. He went the low driving ball to the far corner, but Ochoa was there. Yeah, I thought he was going to put it on the back post, but he tried to go on goal. I mean, a guy like Ochoa, it's going to take a lot to score from that distance. Where do you guys think Pulisic plays next season? I mean, obviously his time at Chelsea, that's definitely looked like it's coming to an end. Like, I was excited for him when he first went to Chelsea, but for whatever reason, he just doesn't play there. I mean, I can't say whatever reason. You know, going from Pulisic won't play unless he's sold. Yeah, I definitely agree. That's why I'm like, I can't see Chelsea holding on to him. But where do they send him? And where does he want to go? I think I've heard rumors about maybe to Italy and play for like a Juventus type. I can't remember which Italian team I heard, but there's like a rumor of him playing in Italy next season. All right, Reyna has it. Looking up, looking for somebody. To Des. Gets it to McKinney. McKinney to Weah. And corner kick. Juve 25. Hey, that'd be a good deal. I wouldn't mind seeing him at Juventus. So we got Reina here on the opposite side for the cross. This will be an outswinging cross. I want to see him in Spain. Okay. I mean, you got a club in mind, or are you thinking like the big boys, Barcelona or Real Madrid? Reina, Mexico got to head on to that one. Musa back on the ball. So Robinson gets it back. Nice move by Robinson. He's in Spain, but the P is silent. Okay. I got you. All right, so you got Mexico with the throw in. So Xander says he wouldn't get good minutes in the big club, so like a mid table. Yeah, I was being a little sarcastic with that. Yeah. Super Saiyan Pulisic. Yeah, he definitely have to work his way up to the big clubs. Also appreciate the follow, Pecan. For the rest of you in here, if you haven't followed or subscribed, please do so. Really appreciate it. So we're into the 31st minute, still no score. Still the best opportunity in the first half was that play by Pulisic where he put it over the bar. Reina crosses it in, try to get to Balogun, but couldn't direct it onto goal. With the U.S. still in the attack here, Des gives it away, and then the foul by Musa. Free kick for Mexico. All right, so Chilla looking to launch this free kick. If he wants to stay in the Premier League, I'd like to see him at Brighton, Luton, or Bournemouth. I mean, when Luton just got promoted, so it's definitely a place he'd get a lot of play time. I see the mentality there. Bournemouth, yeah. I mean, I like Brighton. Brighton had a really good year. Those are three good spots. U.S. back on the ball and throwing for the U.S. Luton way too low. How do I donate to the channel? So I believe should be somewhere. Hold on. There should be somewhere on the screen for you too. Well, I'll find that out for you, Pecan, and I'll let you know. Because I thought I had a setup where you could just do it right on the channel. All right, Mexico on the attack. But Dest played really good defense there. Crossing the box, but U.S. deals with that pretty easily. Yes, Pekin can definitely figure it out at halftime. Mexico with a quick little give and go, but Robinson is there to shut that down. Mexico trying to find a cross into the box, just haven't been able to do it yet. And Richards clears that out. Back to Ochoa. All right, we're into the 35th minute. Xander says, you hear about Greg Berhalter? No, what about him? Destin Musa tries to hit it to Weah over the touchline. It'll be a goal kick for Ochoa. Would a Berhalter take another job or something? Really? When did they decide that he's going to coach them again? Because I just started the stream talking about Patrick Vieira because I know. Oh, it literally just popped up on my phone. Okay. I mean, I'm interested to see how that's received by the. It was announced at kickoff. Okay. Yeah, I just got the alert about it. That's interesting. So I guess it wasn't a coincidence that Jesse Marsh said he was out of the running a little before kickoff. Clearly, it was because Berhalter is going to come back. Okay. I mean, I was one of those who didn't necessarily think Berhalter was a terrible choice to begin with. I know, some people haven't really been fans of his ever since he was announced. I mean, he has familiarity with the team. If he's coming back, then that definitely signifies the stuff with he and Reyna is completely over. Reyna got tripped up outside the box. Pulisic with it. Pulisic with the goal. Okay, Pulisic makes up for the first attempt he put over the bar. Great finish by Pulisic there. Kind of a bit of a broken play, but Pulisic was there to take it over and slot it into the far corner. U.S. 1-0 lead, 38th minute. That's a big goal for Pulisic. Oh, what's going on here? All right. Russ talking to Pulisic. Yeah, Pulisic kept tracking the ball, got it. Yeah, that's a great finish from Pulisic. But yeah, I thought Beerhalter was not a bad coach. I mean, probably wasn't the name I was thinking of when he first got the job, but I thought what he did was fine. I mean, the Reina situation, of course, was not the best thing for his resume, but yeah, Pecan goal. Yep. Pulisic with a great finish. So could US get a second one here? Let's see. All right, so Mexico has it. All right, now that we're here into the last 5 6 minutes of the first half, the last thing US wants to do is give up an equalizer here to Mexico. Yeah, so I mean, you guys in the chat, like, how do you feel about Beerhalter coming back as the U.S. manager? I mean, coach. Sorry. All right, Reyna has it. Top of the box, Reyna onto his left foot, but it gets blocked. Dest with it. Back to Weah. So I feel like Weah was the best player for the U.S. to start it, but the last like 10 minutes or so, Pulisic has been really good. All right, so Xander. My only problem is I don't know if he'll play youngsters as much uh, other than in friendlies. I mean, I look. I would hope the U.S. Federation talk to him about. Look, we're bringing in guys like Balogun. We're bringing Reyna back into the fold. Like you, these are guys you got to play. I would hope he agreed to that. Otherwise, why bring him back? I mean, that'd be my question. I see what you're saying, Xander, but I'm hoping he learned from his little bit of time away that either he embraces the youngsters or he won't hold this job from long. I like the way we play with him as coach, but with the players we have, we could replicate with a lot of managers. As coach, with the players we have, we could. Okay. Look at this possession in this game versus Mexico on the road. Imagine 15 years ago where we are now. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I mean, USA, you could say MLS is definitely taking strides. Like, I like the direction that US soccer is going in. Before, it was like other teams played an international style, and the US soccer is trying to impose a different style on them with like a defensive style looking to counterattack. But this group that they have right now this is a team that can, put teams on their heels. They have great creativity with certain guys, you know, in the midfield and on the front end. I think take advantage of that. I want to see the US, press teams into turnovers instead of being the team that gets um, pressed on their end. Because we saw that not too long ago. Teams like Morocco and stuff would come up against the US, press the back line, and cause all kind of havoc. Gone are the days where the best player on the U.S. team was their goalkeeper, Tim Howards, and guys like that. Now you have legit skill players in the outfield positions. So I hope, Xander, you brought it up. Hopefully, Beerhalter sees this and plays to these players' strength, especially the young guys. I feel like the youth has needed a youth movement for some years now. And this is as optimistic of a group that I can remember. Do you think Weston McKennie has dipped in form since joining Leeds? Looks like he's lacking confidence. To be honest with you, I watched a few Leeds games and I kind of thought Weston McKennie looked a little different. I mean, Leeds got relegated, so uh, which I'm interested to see what Leeds does with some of the players that they have. I mean, yeah, it definitely looked different because when McKennie was he was with Juventus. He looked like a different player. So I agree with that. So hopefully, this summer with the U.S. with Nations League and Gold Cup, maybe he can regain some of that. Because Weston McKennie has always been one of my favorite players on the squad. I love the edge he played with. I love the toughness. That's the guy I want to see again. Xander, our main problem is going to be keeper and center back, in my opinion. Well, center back, yeah, that one's definitely going to be a sticking point. They tried Walker Zimmerman in the World Cup, and he had his moments where he was real shaky. And we're getting to see Richards here. So far, Mexico hasn't really put a lot of pressure on he or Robinson, so they look great tonight. But is that more about Mexico's lack of attack so far, or are they possibly the center back pairing that we need? McKennie with the foul there. Free kick to Mexico in their half. Oh, actually, keep talking. Keeper. I mean, I like Matt Turner because I saw him a lot with the Revolution. Problem is, he's not playing a lot over in Arsenal. So you worry about rust. If his only action is going to be U.S. Action, then I don't know how you feel confident with a guy like that. But outside of that, who do you really turn to? Zach Steffen seemed like the answer, and I don't know what's happening with him. I know he's been injured a little bit, but the times I saw him at Man City, he was very shaky. Yeah, Sean Johnson, who's another guy I love. And I think Sean Johnson's a steady presence, but I think Sean Johnson is a backup keeper for the U.S. What's going on, Jaden? Jaden plays this. Yeah, how you doing? Don't recognize that name, so first time on the channel, welcome in. So, yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. All right, so Des over to Reyna. That was definitely a play they tried to put on, but Moose's pass was a little offline, and we're at the half. That was a great first half for the U.S. All right, let me catch up here. Pecan. Same. Big American soccer energy, always pulling from Weston. Xander, we need a striker at the same level as all of our wingers and midfielders, less worried about center back. Well, I get the worries about center back because, like I said, if you saw Walker Zimmerman in the World Cup, Yeah, I would have felt worried as well. But looking at Richards and Miles Robinson, who started at center back tonight, I I think they've been good. But like I said, some of that could be because Mexico hasn't really put together an attack yet to kind of challenge them and see how good they are. Um, the striker, yes, that's been a sticking point for the U.S. for a while. That's why there's so much buzz over them bringing in Balogun. Because outside of him, I mean, you're relying on Jesus Ferreira, or I mean, they tried bringing up Jordan Morris back in. Drop in the YouTube link so I can swap over to donate. Okay. Who are you going for? Mexico or USA? I have USA in this one. I said USA 2-1. And after the first half, I mean, USA has been the better team. But who are you going for, Jane? All right. Hold on, Pecan. I think I may have a way for you. So give me a second. All right, Jaden. Going for Mexico. Okay. You got a score prediction? So, what are your thoughts on Mexico so far in the first half? All right, so we are at the half. Yeah, they're talking about the beer halter situation. Oh, hold on a second, everybody. Okay, Xander. I say bring Aronson in for Musa and Pepe for Balogun, then play way at striker. Okay. Aronson is a great player off the bench for the U.S. I like Aronson a lot, and Pepe's another guy who, a lot of American fans have been waiting to see Ricardo Pepe with this group. So Jaden has Mexico scoring 2 goals in the second half to win this. Okay. What is your YouTube name? All right, Pecan. I'm getting it for you. Hold on. Um, so Pecan, I am getting it for you because I forgot it's through Streamlabs where you can donate to the channel. So let me get that to you right now. I'll put it in the chat. So Pecan, yeah. So Pecan, I'm getting it. It's through Streamlabs where you can, I guess, donate to the channel. So I'm getting that for you. Don't take Musa off. Yeah, I think Musa's been fine. I'd leave him on, but I know they're gonna want to get Pepe and um, Aronson into this match at some point. So Jaden says, I'm subscribing. Appreciate that. You got more subscribers than me. Well, look at this, Jaden. Because you subscribed to me, I'm subscribing to you. That's what I do. Subscribe for subscribe. All right. See, Jaden, I got 51 subscribers. Like I said, you'll get one more from me. Yeah, so at halftime they're talking a lot about beer halter. I mean, Dempsey kind of made a interesting point, like since all that stuff happened with beer halter, the fact that he's coming back, why did they take so long to do it? I guess I understand that, but all right, Jaden. Well, Pecan, I'm still trying to get. I'm trying to like sign into the Streamlabs thing to get the link, and I'll put it in the chat. I post memes and gaming. Jaden, gaming is something I'm trying to get into on my channel as well. But yeah, I'll check out some of your videos. Yeah, Pecan, trust me, I'm getting it for you. All right, here you go, Pecan. I got it for you. See if that works. Yeah, so that link there, I just put in the chat. You can go there. But yeah, I definitely appreciate that you want to donate to the channel. So Jaden comes with. I mean, this is like the Jordan LeBron question. So who's better, Ronaldo or Messi? I mean, I've been a big fan of both. I mean, I remember Ronaldo like his first run at Manchester United. I mean, Messi is always catching my attention. I think for me, I'd say I'm a bigger fan of Messi, slightly over Ronaldo. So I guess I'd probably say Messi. I mean, trust me, you're not going wrong with either one. I mean, who do you have as better? I mean, I know Ronaldo's probably the flashier player. I just like watching Messi like that much more, I guess. I want to see what Joe Scally is like for the U.S. because I really like him at. Uh, I know that squad. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Scally wasn't bad. Yeah, I wouldn't mind him being back in the rotation as well. Let's go. I love Messi. Okay. I mean, I cannot wait to see Messi at Inter Miami. I mean, I know he hasn't technically signed the contract or whatever, but if whenever that is made official and he knows when he's going to play his first game, I'm definitely tuning in for that because that's gonna be amazing to watch. So Jaden, if you're since you subscribed, you'll see I have a podcast on my channel as well. I did an episode a few weeks ago where I talked about Messi and Ronaldo possibly being in MLS at some point. I believe I named LAFC or um, LAFC or Inter Miami as the two spots I could see them going. So I was kind of surprised Messi went first. I thought it'd been a Ronaldo move first, but I'm definitely happy to see Messi there. How do you go live? So I use uh, Streamlabs or Talk Studio Streamlabs. You go on there, you can set it up where you go live on your platforms, and that's what I do. I mean, you might be able to go live through YouTube, I believe. I just use Streamlabs Talk Studio. Thanks, will help. Hey, no problem, Jane. All right, we got it down. All right. Yeah, I put the link in there finally for you, Pecan. So, like I said, I'm, you know, absolutely appreciative that you want to donate to the channel. So, all right, we're still in halftime. Although some players are out on the pitch right now, so it looks like we're getting very close to coming back for the second half. So, like I said, U.S. had the better first half. They have the goal to show for it. Should be 2-0, but they have to get that second goal in the second half. They can't just rest on this one goal lead right now. Yeah, Pecan, I just got the alert from you. Definitely appreciate that. I mean, look, I'm just glad that you guys like the content. I love doing these watch alongs. It's something I just started not too long ago, so I'll try to do some more U.S. soccer for sure. If they win tonight, got the Nations League final, I believe, on Sunday. I'll try to get that one in. I'll try to do some Gold Cup games. NFL, big fan of, so I'll do some NFL games. I'm trying to work in some more watch alongs. Well, how much you hustle? Hey, man, I try. I try. I just I'm just a big sports fan, and I just try to do as much as I can. I mean, Gene, you're my guy, man. Trying to be like you. All right, Mexico's finally coming out onto the pitch to get ready for the second half. So I want to see more of what the U.S. did in the first half with Weah trying to put in some attacking, runs. They just couldn't find connections. Pulisic continue his play through the midfield. I'd love to see Balogun get a goal here. Or Reyna. Balogun or Reyna. Cheesy as it sounds, man. I found a friend through our group. I love. Hey, man, I appreciate that, Gene. Pecan asks, who do you think buys United, Qatar or Sir Jim? I mean, look, there's a lot of Man United. There's a couple of them I watch on YouTube, and that's been the question that's on their mind. Uh, I kind of think if they want to keep up with Man City and Newcastle, especially now, they might have to go with Qatar. To be honest with you, I think that's where they'll end up going. But with the Glazers, you just never know what they're going to choose. Uh, I'm not into grass ping pong though. Hey, Gene, I already know. That's how I'm just glad you came. Oh, we got an early Pulisic with another goal. Okay, Pulisic with the dominance right now, so I can't stay long. Just want to support. I appreciate that, Gene. But we got a second goal from Pulisic. It's now 2-0. Or as U.S. fans, we already know Dosa Cerro going on right now. I mean, hey, that's a great start for the U.S. Yep, Captain America. That's the nickname. Look, Mexico's had problems all night with Weah. Weah is burning people off the edge. Weah was a great addition to the squad. Yeah, great start by the U.S. Great run from Weah. Great cross. And great finish by Pulisic. There was a guy on him there, and he got it past Ochoa. Hey, you got two. He's got a third goal. Pour it on. Mexico trying to come back on the attack, but U.S. clears it out. I mean, Mexico's going to need an answer soon. Into the box, Robinson with a great touch out of play and got a corner to Mexico. Robinson wanted a little bit of foul, so Anthony Robinson wanted a foul in the box, but they didn't call it. So Mexico with the corner. It's going to be an in-swinging one from the lefty. And Dest has it. Dest looking upfield, gets it to Pulisic, just a little bit too far for him. Just on time, like this U.S. group has speed. Utilize it. Reyna gets it to Pulisic. Pulisic looking up. Balogun back to Reyna. Reyna sees Dest. Dest looking for the cross. Crosses it in. Balogun couldn't get to the end of that one. Yeah. Even at the start of the second half, U.S. is looking like the better team. Musa with the nice run gets taken down. All right, so we got a corner for the U.S. I mean, sorry, free kick for the U.S. Sorry about that. Reyna's over the ball for this one. All right, let's see what Reyna does here. Puts it into the box. That header was offline. So another corner. Okay, I mean, now it's a corner. Yeah, I just saw that. Um, I guess Beerhalter signed through 2026, the World Cup year. All right, so Reyna now has a corner here. It's going to be in swinging. Refs going over to the far side. What are they talking about? They're looking at something. Is something with the goal? Oh, the goal wasn't on the line. Oh, Choa, you sneaky, sneaky man. Oh, Jaden says, I've been watching for 25 minutes. Okay, appreciate that. And what's good? What's going on? Appreciating stopping by. Mo, what's going on? Watching a little soccer, as Gene put grass ping pong. Reyna floats it into the box to Pulisic, who's going for the hat trick, but Ocho is there to with the stop. I mean, U.S. is they're getting free runners into the box, and they've had opportunities, and they put two to the back of the net, but could have been a couple more. What's going on, Freddie? All right, so we're into the 53rd minute. U.S. up 2-0. The U.S. fans are making a lot of noise right now. Oh, they're showing the way to Pulisic play again. Pulisic made a deep run there. All right, so Reyna gets it back to Richards. They're going to start over with Turner here. Turner, okay, struggling with at his feet a little bit there, but gets it out. Des gets it to Musa through the middle, gets it over to, got it to Weah, who's trying to get it out to Pulisic. Turn it over. Mexico trying to counter, but yeah, the U.S. is ready for him. Jaden, when are you posting? That's a good question. I mean, I'd love to have like a set schedule, but um, just to let you guys know, I have my channel also part of Sports Empire Network, so I do stuff on there like Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Thursdays during the football season. It's like I'm gonna try to do episodes on my channel at least 3 times a week. Watch alongs I'd like to do probably once or twice a week. So I don't necessarily have like a set schedule yet, but I guess that's the best answer I could give you. So I mean, Jaden, hit the notification bell on my channel. Kind of takes the guessing out of it, but I see what you're asking. I'd love to have a set schedule, to be honest with you. Okay, I'll check your channel. Appreciate that. All right, so Mexico into the 55th minute. It looks like Mexico's getting ready to bring on a couple of substitutions. Did it. Appreciate that, Jaden. Like I said, when I finish here, I will subscribe to your YouTube channel. All right, so Mexico trying to find something into the box here. They haven't really been able to, you know, really threaten the U.S. backline much. All right, we got a free kick there. Thanks. Hey, no problem. Mexico, the quick free kick to get it back into play. Floats it over the top. They get it to Herrera on the left side on Dest. He's trying to find somebody, and yeah, they just can't get balls into the dangerous areas in front of goal right now. Yeah, the U.S. defense has been great. That was probably their best opportunity there. Ooh, I mean that. Yeah, that looked pretty bad there. Reina is bleeding. That was like a head to head. Let's see this. Oh, the shoulder caught him. Okay. Eesh. He's bleeding somewhere. I don't know if it's like under his eyes or from his nose, because he's face down right now. Oh, it's his nose. When I saw it live, I thought that could have been a yellow card. Seems like it might be just a warning. I mean, that was definitely a dangerous play. So they're still tending to Reina. Yeah, appreciate all of you for tuning in. Jaden, I'll tell everybody this is Roddy. I mean, I appreciate that, Jaden. All right, Xander says just put Aronson in for Reina. We need him for the final and can't risk him. I mean, yeah. I mean, if that was the reason for a switch here, I wouldn't be mad at that. I mean, he's up off the turf right now. Looks like he's staying in for right now. Yeah. But I can agree with you, Xander. If you wanted to take him out for Aronson can fill that role. Reyna on the ball, makes the move, gets tripped up, and we got a yellow card here. Gives it to Reyes. Oh, getting a little chippy. Oh, okay. Got some pushing and shoving. Love it. Okay. Yeah, Reyna with a nice move in and out. Yeah. Yeah, that was a yellow for Reyes. All right, so Reyna's on the ball. We got a free kick here. So Xander says, I love and hate how Pulisic starts a fight like every game. I mean, he's a guy who gets tripped up, hit a lot. So I guess I understand where a lot of his fights and dust ups come from. Reyna puts it in. He was going on goal with that one, but over the top. Once again, a keeper like Ochoa, from that distance, it'd take a lot to beat him from there. Um, Abhinav Deshora, could you change it from lineups to Gamecast? I got you. I got you. There you go. Let me move my. Yeah, there you go. I got Montes down, getting attended to for Mexico. So just adding on to the extra time. Avinav Deshore, appreciate you from tuning in. Ooh, I'm going to cut through the socks there. For those of you tuning in, please make sure you like, subscribe, share it out. All that good stuff really helped me out. We have USA Mexico, USA up 2-0 on Mexico. Semifinals of the CONCACAF Nations League. The final will be Sunday. I believe on the other side of the bracket we have Canada and Panama, but I feel like they played earlier. Oh, I can see it at the top there. So Canada will be awaiting the winner of this game in the final on Sunday. And Canada, I mean, they've established themselves as the third big boy in CONCACAF. Another Mexican player down to the ground. All right, so Miles Robinson's now in the books with a yellow card. Anthony Robinson got a yellow card a little bit earlier. Mexico floats it in. Ooh, that should have been Mexico's best opportunity there. But neither of their guys could get it onto the end of that cross into the box there off the free kick. Yeah, that was a dangerous ball there. Yeah, he was offside, so no harm, no foul. All right, U.S. with a throw in into the 64th minute. Xander says, "Get the guys off that have yellows just to make sure we have them in the final." Yeah, I'm assuming that substitution has to be coming soon. Dest to McKinney and out for a goal kick. Yeah, Xander, you got the Robinsons on a yellow. I mean, Reyna had the bloody nose. So that's 3 subs there. All right, Mexico floats it in, intercepted, and headed out for a throw in for Mexico. All right, Xander asks, "Am I going to do anything for the Women's World Cup this summer?" I'm glad you reminded me. Yeah, I can definitely do some watch alongs for that. Yeah, yeah, I'll do some Women's World Cup for sure. Been watching for 40 minutes. Okay, Jaden. Well, you're holding out. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think the Women's World Cup will be interesting. Because I mean, even the U.S. women have gone through some changes with their roster. I want to see, how their players look. All right, Pulisic has it over to Musa, gets it to Weah out to Dest. Now they're back on the ball, playing possession here. Reyna to McKinney. McKinney loses it. Mexico trying to build up to something here. As we're into the 67th minute of the game here. As Jaden put, everyone has to subscribe to him. I appreciate that. But yeah, Xander, Women's World Cup, I got you. I'm gonna add it to the list. Like I said, we got the Nations League. I'm doing Gold Cup, so Women's World Cup. Yeah, I'll try to do, I guess, the U.S. women's games. There's some other countries that I do want to see. I want to see what England has. So yeah, hot take: women's soccer is more entertaining than men's. I don't know why though. Cross in from Mexico, not really dangerous there, out of play. Goal kick from Matt Turner, who hasn't really been threatened all night. I mean, look, if you're a fan of the U.S., I mean, you could say that women's soccer has been more entertaining because they've been more successful. They've been more dominant, obviously. I mean, I enjoy watching both, but yeah, women's soccer is pretty entertaining. Do you play video games on this channel? I have. Oof, it's been, I think, a couple of weeks, but I did like a few videos of MLB The Show. I've been looking to work in some more games because I actually do play a lot of FIFA. So I'll probably bring that to the channel. I just have to kind of remind myself to do it. Because sometimes I'll just put it on to play, kill a few hours, and then I'm like, I really should have just gone live and played it for people to watch. But FIFA, I play like Warzone with some people off Sports Empire Network. Like Fortnite, I play. So yeah, trying to get into Apex. So yeah, I can definitely do some more gameplay on the channel. And Mexico's out here trying to injure people, and we got a red card, and we got a fight. We got stuff being thrown by Mexican fans. Like, what are we doing here? That was a dangerous tackle by the Mexican player there. That was uncalled for, and it's a straight red, and it's the right call. All right, Jane, gotta go. I appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you giving me a subscription, subscribe, and like I said, be on the lookout because I will subscribe to your channel as well. Yeah, appreciate that. Have a good night. Weston McKennie's jersey's been ripped up. See, this is the Weston McKennie I like. Okay, boys, if we're gonna fight, don't do it by the Mexican bench. I mean, the Mexican fans are throwing stuff. I mean, they're throwing like water and on all that. I just hope they don't like hit somebody with it. But that challenge was nasty. Yeah, he didn't even go for the ball. Montez, yeah, you gone. You just straight kicked his leg out. That was an easy call, straight red. Yeah, you got to go, homie. Yeah, we talked about this earlier. This McKennie, you didn't see it leads. Montez is still standing on the field for some reason. I guess he's hoping. Oh, McKennie just got a red card. Wow. I guess we're getting pushed into the Mexican bench and your jersey ripped. You get a red card. I, I don't see where McKennie gets a red card there. I assume this is just a ref trying to balance it out with a red each. Pickens says, I'd say a hard yellow, but CONCACAF is a different animal. I thought the challenge from Montez, he didn't make a play on the ball and he just kicked Balogun's left leg out of frustration. So that I understood that red card. I'm not sure why McKennie got a red card. Okay, so I said McKennie put his hands on a Mexican player's throat. I guess. Yeah, they're saying McKennie got a Mexican player around the neck, so let's see. I don't. Uh, uh okay. I thought McKennie grabbed him like around the collar, but yeah, I guess he had his hands on his neck. All right, so we're down to 10v10. Oh, there's gonna be so much um extra time for this. I mean, 10v10 opens up the field a little bit more. Maybe Pulisic gets his hat trick. I mean, like the Montez red card, definite. McKennie could be questionable. Oh, we get Aronson in the finals now. Yeah, I guess. All right, so we got Pepe and De La Torre about to come in. We got De La Torre coming in for Reyna. So here's the substitution of Reyna that we were looking for maybe 5 or 6 minutes ago. And Pepe's coming in for Balogun. I mean, for Balogun's first appearance, he was okay. But I mean, I see the future with Balogun. I think he'll be good. Pecan says they were stripping his uniform off. What the heck was he supposed to do? Yeah, he was getting pushed into the Mexican bench, but I guess his hands got a little too high and they gave him a red card. All right, Mexico trying to make something happen. Oh, they call a foul on Dest there. I'd like to see. I thought he was going to his pocket for a card, but no. I thought Dest might have had a nice challenge. Let's see. Okay. All right, Mexico trying to get something going. We're down to 10v10 if you're just tuning in. Weston McKennie and Montez from Mexico both got matching red cards and are out. Floats it into the box. Turner with his first save. Wasn't that dangerous of a header, but he gets a save. All right, De La Torre on the ball, gets it out to Weah. Back to Des. All right, let's get some possession here for the U.S. We're into the 76th minute. Oh, that was a bad ball by Turner. Oh, Turner with the save. Okay. Woo. No, it was offside. But so I think Xander, Turner scares me every time the ball goes at him. I think Turner. This is a little bit new to him. I guess I wouldn't necessarily look at Turner as a sweeper keeper type. I mean, that play there, it seemed like the U.S. players kind of switched off a little bit, and he was looking for an outlet. Now, to go to your point, Xander, if he doesn't see an easy pass, just boom the ball downfield. Like, that has to be your get out of jail free card. Just boom it downfield, get it out of the danger. I mean, Turner didn't make a great save, even though he was offside. But as I said, 10v10, the field opens up a little bit more. Dest with a great run. Gets it into Pepe. Pepe. We got to go. Oh, flag. Did the flag go up? Yeah, offside flag went up, I think. Yeah, the outside flag goes up. That was a great run from Pepe. Oh, taking a look. Hold on. Maybe. All right, let's see this replay. Oh, Pepe's easily onside. So that's the third goal. That was a great run by Pepe. Hey, I give Des all the credit for that too. He made the run. Pecan, I said 3-1. You did. Great finish by Pepe. He got Ochoa out and then went around him. But yeah, great run by Des. Great ball. Pepe delayed his run just enough. So back to our talk about beer halter. Pepe was another guy. A lot of people were wondering, where was he? Look, he just comes on as a sub, gets a goal. He needs to be part of beer halter's plans. Mexico crosses the ball into the box. There's nobody there. Yeah, this U.S. team is flying right now. Yeah, Mexico tried to get a cheap foul on Robinson there. I thought I saw Zimmerman like he was ready to come in or something. Maybe not. All right, so Xander says, all right, so we got, I guess Miles Robinson might be cramping up here. So now even a better chance to get him out. Who do you think is the most underrated person on this squad? I think Anthony Robinson. That's a great call. I love Anthony Robinson as well. I feel like he does a lot on the. He's on the left side. That's a good call. Because I'm trying to think if there's anybody else who's probably a better answer. Yeah, it looks like Zimmerman and Aronson are about to enter for Miles Robinson, and let's see who Aronson's coming in for. But who's Aronson coming in for? Yeah, after tonight, I mean, Robinson and Richards. If that becomes the starting center back pair, I'll take it. All right, they put up the wrong numbers there. Hey, this guy's putting up all the wrong numbers. He put up 21 for 20. All right, so Aronson's coming in for Weah. Because you said Anthony Robinson, I think he is underrated. I can't think of a better answer. I agree with you. Yeah, I love Anthony Robinson. All right, Turner sends it out. We're now into the 82nd minute. And I can't wait to see how much extra time we're getting between the red cards and everything that happened there. I, I have no idea. Mexico with a long ball over the top, sniffed out by Walker Zimmerman. All right, Anthony Robinson over the top to Pulisic. Loses it. Mexico floats it out there. Walker Zimmerman cleans it up. Calling a foul. Call a foul on Zimmerman there. But Xander, that's a really, really good question. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else underrated. They won't be as underrated as Anthony Robinson, but yeah, I got nothing. I mean, I wouldn't say a guy like Way is underrated because he came with a lot of hype. I mean, I love Aronson as a sub. I don't know if I'd call him underrated either. So yeah, I'd stick with Anthony Robinson. I mean, Xander, I think the obvious question would then be who do you think is overrated, but we're going to keep it positive. Dest is my only other thought. Dest crossed my mind for like half a second, but I also think there's some people who think that Dest might be a little overrated. It kind of seems like when I hear people talk about him. Mexico got into the box. Two players go down. Like no call. Here comes De La Torre with the long. Ooh. I mean, De La Torre was on the move. Let's see. Did he just go down? Uh yeah, I don't get how that one wasn't a call. Okay. Apparently that was just a play on. Like De La Torre was in the clear and got taken down. All right, Pulisic, it's back. Musa to Aronson. Back to Aronson. Doing a little possession. Gets out to Dest. Pecan. That's it. That's what I because and now we got Mexican players shoving Dest and more Mexican fans throwing stuff. So we got another red. Like if they keep this up, like Mexico's gonna end up injuring somebody. It's like I guess this is what Mexico is now. It's a lot of cheap shots, and now Richards says is on a yellow card. He gave Ochoa a yellow. I don't know how that happened. Ochoa's the goalie. Yeah, Alvarez with the cheap shot on Dest. So who got the red? Yeah, Artiaga. Like, okay, I see what you're saying. Pecan. Sean Chandler, appreciate you tuning in. Mexico's mentality has been way off since this losing streak against the U.S. I definitely agree with that. Mexico used to be the big boys of CONCACAF, and it hasn't been that way in a while. And now USA seems like the better of the two. So yeah, they definitely can't handle that. And there's a lot of pressure on Mexico to kind of right that because Mexican fans aren't used to seeing a US team that just looks that much better than them right now. So Dest has a red card now. So literally all Mexico's done is they know that they're losing. They've somehow baited the ref, giving two guys red cards, I guess for retaliation. So now there's no Dest, there's no McKinney Sunday against Canada. Dest got shoved in the face like twice. I don't know what Dest did to get matching red. Maybe I missed something. Captain's yellow. Yeah, so we can talk about Ochoa. So here comes Joe Scally. We're down to 9v9. I mean, any more of this, it might turn to 5-on-5. Like, I don't know what's going on. Last win, 2019. They're 0-3-2 being outscored 10-3. It's in their heads. Well, that too, but I also think uh, so Pulisic literally just got a yellow, and he's coming out of the game. He's given somebody his captain's armband, and he got a yellow. All right. This ref's completely lost control. 10-3, it's in their head. Yeah, I definitely agree. 0-4-2 after today. Canada's on the up too. Yeah, I talked about that earlier. Canada has established itself as the third big boy of CONCACAF. And I like what Canada's doing as well. I think Canada and the US kind of realized around the same time to build up through younger players. I think Mexico stayed with some of their old guard way too long, and now they're trying to turn it over a little bit, but now they've kind of fallen behind. What a disgrace. I agree, Pecan. Sean Chandler, I believe you are new to the channel, so appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I see you're over on YouTube. Really appreciate it. And Mexico has homophobic chants. And this is just perfect for Mexico. Sums up their whole night. Absolute joke. I mean, I know this is for the ref. It can go for Mexico as well. Their fans have been throwing stuff. Now we got homophobic chants. Beautiful. I hope US scores like 3 more goals right now. So Aronson for McKinney, who for Dest? Uh that's a good question. Who do you put in for Dest? Huh. That's a good question. Who do you start for Dest? We'll come back to that. Hold on, Sean. CONCACAF. I absolutely agree. For as many nations are in CONCACAF, yeah, they definitely needed Canada, and I think because of the expanded field for the World Cup in 26, they kind of need a couple of other teams to step up. Whether it is a Panama or Costa Rica, Jamaica, who seems to kind of do well at the Gold Cup, would like to see them step it up and become more of a established squad. I mean, selfishly, my parents are Trinidadian. I'd love to see Trinidad and Tobago step it up. Yeah, looks like I got some fans either being escorted out or leaving early. Either way, yeah, some of these Mexican fans could go. The team on the field's been disgraceful, and now the fans in the stands have been kind of disgraceful. I didn't even see how much extra time we have. 12 minutes of extra time. Woo! All right. Yeah, Xander, I was trying to think about that. I know for center back, yeah, it's Zimmerman and Scally. So, yeah, you just move somebody outside. I know Richards played a game or two at wing back for Palace. So maybe put him outside, Scally or Zimmerman at center back. Yeah. Yeah, he could definitely do that. So we are into the 3rd minute of extra time. We have 12 minutes scheduled. Hopefully US doesn't get baited into any more red cards or Mexico doesn't, you know, injure somebody. Yeah, looking at possible substitutes, yeah, I think Xander, you have the perfect plan. I'd say, yeah, throw Richards out there and put Zimmerman in. These red cards, yes. Well, the Mexican ones are, definitely warranted. The US ones, especially the Dest one, I'm still not sure. Dest's red card. McKinney, I guess the same one to the neck, whatever. Even Pulisic getting a yellow card for being subbed out and giving a teammate his captain's armband. Like, what's that about? That happens every time the captain gets subbed out. So, whatever. I mean, if the Mexican coach had pressure going into this game, after this performance, don't pick up the phone, buddy. You might not like that call. Fans are starting to flood out of the stadium. Zimmerman with the clearing header. We're into the 5th minute of extra time here. Oh, Sean Chandler. Look at all those red cards in the back half. I'm looking at all those cards in the back half, yeah. I think Mexican fans are like still throwing water. All right, Mexico trying to get into the box. Crosses it in. Turner read that perfectly. And now a little bit of time wasting. So appreciate all of you who has got through the whole game with me. We have a few more minutes and then spend a couple minutes after. It's fine. If you haven't hit the subscribe button or follow, please do so. Would really appreciate it. Apparently, the announcer said that the chant hasn't really stopped. I guess the ref can't hear it. Or maybe it's just a smaller crowd doing it. I don't know. All right, let's see if Mexico gets a late goal for their confidence. I don't know. They were outclassed, outmatched all night, and yeah, not a good showing from this Mexico squad. They looked a step slow with a lot of the, dangerous runs from Weah and Pulisic. Offensively, they've gotten nothing really going in the box. They've had to settle for a couple of, I guess, weak attempts at goal from outside the box. All right, Sean, I'm honestly surprised as they failed to show them cards in the past few matches. It started getting real heated around the last Gold Cup. Yeah, it's the team that sat on top all those years, seeing their they called it. Didn't go the full 12 minutes. I wonder if it's because I think the announcer said that chant kept going, so I guess the ref just was like, all right, we're done here. Yeah, I think that's what he's telling the U.S. players. So, I can't agree with the cards he handed out, but if that's the reason why he stopped early, I completely agree with that. If Mexico wants to act that way, let's end it. All right, so Xander, I'm definitely going to tune into you for more often for being such a small channel. You make it feel like you have thousands of subscribers. Xander, I appreciate that. I mean, look, I understand I'm not one of those, big channels and all that, but I definitely enjoy whoever tunes in. So yeah, I like to make it seem like I want the interaction and the engagement, so I definitely appreciate the comment. Thanks a lot. Um, Pecan says the only reason is because they're Mexico. Yes. Sean, my big thing is actually showing support and watching the match. Others were quick to turn on them after today. And see, I'll be around again. I appreciate that, Sean. Have a great night. And I look forward to seeing you again. Like I said, I should be free Sunday, so I will do the final against Canada. And I can't wait to see it. Because this US team looked great tonight. I want to see what they can do against Canada. Unfortunately, no McKinney, no Dest, and the atmosphere being ruined by the Mexican faithful. Like, no need for that. But it still doesn't take away from what the U.S. did. Like, the U.S. dominated this match, and I love to see it. Like, this is the kind of performance you want to see ramping up to the World Cup. I mean, unfortunately, that's still 3 years away, but yeah, this is the type of performance they could put together a string of performances like this. I mean, who knows? Yeah, I completely agree with this post game show. Not a great showing from Mexico. On the field, stands all around terrible. Like, you watch this Mexican team, U.S. looks better. I haven't seen Canada in a while, but the last time I've seen Canada would have ran this Mexican team off the field. All right, so now we're in the post game. I guess we'll talk about some of the players on the field. I thought Musa was good. He kind of did a lot of the dirty work in terms of making himself available for the defenders for an outlet pass. He connected with some of the forwards up top. So I liked his performance tonight. The new pairing of Richards and Miles Robinson. I mean, based on how the night went, I'd have to give them a passing grade. They definitely would deserve the start against Canada. We talked about McKinney being out, but you have Aronson who could fill that role. We'll see what they do with Dest. I think Xander you put in Zimmerman, you kick Richards outside, you live with that. Hold on. Pecan, yeah, but why did we lose for it? I mean, that's going to be an unfortunate part. Like, if we get the game against Canada Sunday and we look at that and we're like, you know what? That McKinney and Dest absence really hurt us. It's going to make this game feel worse because I think the ref overreacted in both of those situations, feeling like he had to give the American player a red, I guess, to try to calm things down. I still think the Dest one, I still have no idea how that was a red card. But, I mean, hey, the U.S. has to deal with it. Because when they get into a World Cup situation, sometimes everything's not going to go your way. You got to figure it out on the fly. So, let's try it. All right, Zaner says the only people that have a spot for the World Cup right now are Aronson, Pulisic, and Reyna, in my opinion. Um, I think Anthony Robinson has a spot. I think Weah has a spot. Mm, I mean, those might be the guaranteed spots I would say right now. I need to see more from Balogun. I need to see more from Reyna. Um, who else? I think Dest has a spot. I need to see more from the Miles Robinson Richards pairing. I'd say Musa has a spot. But yeah, not everybody's spot is guaranteed, definitely. Mexico started playing dirty when down and when if we get red cards to try to make it equal. Yeah, I agree. Like it let Mexico off the hook for pushing McKennie into their bench, him having to fight Mexican players off of him. And because his hands got too high, he gets a red. Dest gets shoved in the back of the head, then in the side of the head, and somewhere in there he did something to get a red. Um, the Pulisic one, I'll keep saying. How do you get a yellow? You're getting subbed out. You hand your captain's armband to somebody else, and you get a yellow card. I can't figure that one out either. So yeah, some of those cards were just ridiculous. Sean says this whole showing was bad too because Mexico will put all the blame on the team and the coach. They won't hold that hostility on the U.S. after the game, but to get that low, hate to see it. Yep. Yeah, because the Montez play when he's chasing down Balogun steals it from him, and he just kicks out his leg. Like that's a dirty play. World Cup had more honor. Yeah. You know the McKennie situation. He was like sticking up for a teammate, and Mexico's butt hurt about it. Shoved him into their bench, and I still think the worst part of it is the fans with the homophobic stuff because they did it. Ref stopped it. Had Ochoa address the crowd, and they didn't stop. So that shows disrespect to Ochoa, who's been a pillar of Mexican football for how long now? So that's embarrassing. And yeah, Ochoa gave up 3 goals tonight, but can you necessarily blame him for any of them? The Mexican defense let him up on all of them. But yeah, so I guess that's Mexican football right now. Embarrassing. That's the only word. But yeah, U.S. great showing tonight. As you can see, we're in the post game. 3-0 win for the U.S. Goals from Pulisic. Pulisic had 2 goals. Pepe with a goal as a super sub. Well, not super sub, but as a sub in the second half with a great run. But outside of those, I mean, a lot of great performances from the U.S. and Mexico made themselves look like clowns. The Mexico players have to be embarrassed. I've seen less from some guys in national competitions, and they are ready to denounce themselves. Only Mexican player I respect is Alexi Vega. Okay, yeah. I like Ochoa as a keeper, but But yeah, this new group of Mexican players, yeah, a lot of them, can go. Like this is a game that Mexico should have been up for. It's USA Mexico, and they didn't care at all. And then try to turn it into prison soccer, prison football. They look like the bully that thinks too highly of themselves, and because USA punched back and knocked them down, they got all huff and puffing and tried to be tough. It was over after the first goal. US was more dangerous all night. Matt Turner had one save off of a weak header. That's all Mexico could come up with. So yeah, I'm assuming next couple of days we hear that the Mexican coach has been let go. There's no way he keeps his job after this performance. Not a chance. Like I said earlier, Mexico just didn't turn over when they should have. Held on to the pass for too long. I felt the same about the U.S. Now, yes, yeah, I was mentioning that a little bit of time ago. Yeah, because the U.S. went through the same situation where they held on to guys like, um, Michael Bradley. I mean, you could say Dempsey maybe a little bit too long. Donovan. They held on to that group like, oh, we're gonna squeeze every ounce of it, but had to have young players coming into the federation to not only push those guys, but if Dempsey or somebody's having an off night, you bring in a guy who can kind of pick up the slack. They had nobody to turn to. Mexico had what like the Herreras and the I feel like Chicharito. I haven't seen him in forever, but the old guard. It seemed like only like last year Mexico finally started switching some of those guys out. So I mean, for Mexico, they're hoping that by the time we get to 2026, they kind of have it all figured out. But I don't know if I'd be enthusiastic of those um, possibilities after tonight. Because now they have to do a coaching search. The new coach is going to have to try to light something under these players and all that. I don't know. And the crazy thing is, like, if Mexico is bad, from the outside perception, it's going to hurt how CONCACAF looks as a whole. Because in order for CONCACAF to look better to the international, I guess, federations, you need U.S. and Mexico to be the strongest they can be. Because what we don't need is for Canada to come up at the expense of Mexico, because then that's probably going to look even worse than it probably needs to. So Mexico has to figure this out. Arian Johnston, appreciate you for tuning in. I feel like you are new to the channel, so definitely appreciate that. Greg Beerhalter is reported to return. Yes, it's, I guess, basically been confirmed at this point that Beerhalter is coming back, signed through 2026, which means he'll take the U.S. up to the World Cup. So I'm assuming there's going to be some expectations for that World Cup, and if he doesn't hit them, he probably gets let go shortly after. If he exceeds expectations, then maybe he gets another extension off of that, if he wants it, of course. But yes, Beerhalter will be returning, which, if the U.S. decided that, that means he and Reyna have to have completely buried everything and has to be okay with it. But yeah, appreciate you tuning in, Arian. A Stone. Yes, 3 years is a long time in football. I definitely agree with that. I mean, I was just saying, like, I was just shocked at Mexico's performance tonight. But yes, absolutely, 3 years is a long time. I mean, trust me. I mean, I don't know anybody down in Mexico, but I can already imagine the kind of panic going on down there after this game. Because like I said, they could have lost to anybody 3-0. Well, the fact they lost to the U.S. that way, it's going to send waves down there tomorrow, or probably even later today. Mexico problem is systematic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're gonna have to find the right coach to to change all of that. All right, I'll come back to your comment, Sean, really quickly. Xander, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for a good stream, man. I appreciate that, Xander. Thanks for tuning in. And like I said, be on the lookout for more watch-alongs. Really, really want to see all of you back in here for the next one. So Sean, I fully expected Beerhalter to return. More of a gut feeling, so I mostly ignored the media. Regardless of my opinion, he earned the chance. Top of CONCACAF can't be the goal, though. Absolutely. Especially with, well, I think Nations League, they're looking to win, although that won't be on Beerhalter's record. The Gold Cup, look to win that. And then when you get to the World Cup, it's going to be on your home soil. So, yeah, the expectation is going to be come out of the group, make a run in the knockout stage. I mean, of course, would love to see the U.S. win a World Cup, but we're definitely not there yet. I mean, that would be nuts if I ever got to see the U.S. win a World Cup. A Stone, once again, they do not know the direction to set up their team, or they do not know what direction to set up their team. They'll probably have another coach by next week. I agree. Like I said, they talked about this coach being on the hot seat coming into this game, and after tonight, he has to be out. Like if you watch that performance, you'd think they basically just quit on the guy and want him to get fired. That's what it looked like to me. All right, so they're saying that Beerhalter might be in Vegas tomorrow. So, okay, so it's saying that Beerhalter might not be coaching at the Gold Cup. The Gold Cup is next week. I guess that makes sense. A Stone, the game was over after 2-0. I mean, technically, well, yeah, I guess, because you had the first opportunity where Pulisic put it over the goal, and it looked like U.S. was the better team then. Then Pulisic got the first goal, and Mexico looked like completely deflated. And then, yeah, once the second goal happened, that completely ripped their heart out. All right, Sean Chandler. For me, the control and possession was always excellent. The timing and targets on passing and finishing was where they were lacking. If they execute, they'll be great. Yeah, the U.S. definitely has a influx of young talent right now to take advantage of. Oh, they just talked about Copa America. I forgot about that tournament as well. Okay. Yeah, there's gonna be plenty of opportunities for this U.S. group to get, I guess, fine tuned getting into World Cup season. So definitely reasons for optimism after tonight for the U.S. But now we'll see what they do Sunday against a Canada team that we've talked about. There's a legit squad in CONCACAF, and they got to do it without McKennie. They got to do it without Sergino Dest. Yeah, still talking about Beer Halter. Um, all right, Sean. Gold Cup group stage in June, starting off with Jamaica will be a good game. Yes, I cannot wait for the Gold Cup. I love the Gold Cup. And as I said before, like Jamaica is like a really good Gold Cup team. One of the wild things I still can't figure out. A Stone. The game was going to be 7v7 had the game continued. It seemed like I was heading that way. I definitely agree with you. All right, Sean again. Jamaica, Trinidad, and U.S. in the group. Yes. So as I said before, um, you know, born and raised in the U.S., parents are Trinidadian, so I watch their games as well when they play the U.S. It's like I'm so excited that they're in the same group. And Jamaica, because another island nation. I know a lot of people who are Jamaican. I watch them as well. So I think it's a good group for the U.S. Obviously they'll be the favorite to come out of the group, and yeah, I'm excited for to see both of those teams versus the U.S. Like I said, if I am free and do not have a show on Sports Empire Network to do either of those nights when those games come on, I will do watch-alongs for them because I'd love to do as many watch-alongs as I can to kind of chart the U.S. growth as we get towards the World Cup in 3 years. Yeah, Sean and Ace Tone, like I said, I believe you guys are new to the channel, so really appreciate you for tuning in. I mean, both of you are on YouTube, so feel free to hit the subscribe and notification bell. Would really appreciate it. But either way, thanks for tuning in tonight. We're going to keep going for a little bit here, especially as long as you guys keep throwing questions in the chat or whatever. And, then in a little bit, we can call it a night. And like I said, you can go to bed happy after the 3-0 dismantling the U.S. put on Mexico tonight. And the news from earlier, if you didn't catch up, I mean, you probably caught up by now, but Greg Beerhalter, all the months that have gone by, we're wondering who's going to be the next coach for the U.S. Well, we're going back to Greg Beerhalter. Oh, like I said, when I heard the report about Patrick Vieira being interested yesterday or the day before, not gonna lie, was not a name I thought about in the beginning, but was a name that would make sense. And as I said at the start of the stream, I thought a lot about Thierry Henry. I feel like he would have been a great candidate, but they decided on Beerhalter, and I'm fine with that. All right, Sean Chandler. I always loved watching the games against Trinidad. I was hoping Jamaica could get over that hump. Could have been more excited and upset to have to root against both. Yeah, like I said, parents are Trinidadian, so I always root for them. Like I said, with the expanded World Cup in 2026, I would love to see Jamaica and Trinidad, get into the field. I believe the U.S. gets 2 more slots into the new World Cup format. All right, so yeah, kind of winding down into the post game here. So I guess one last time for the U.S., the players that stood out to me, who I thought had a really good game. I thought Musa was good in the midfield. Pulisic, of course, with the 2 goals, and he just looked very threatening after, Weah kind of was the best player for like the first 10, 15 minutes, making dangerous runs. They just couldn't connect with him. I thought Pulisic took over from there. He got the first goal, got the second goal right after the half. Was great there. Um, I'm in the defense. You got to give him all the credit. The fact that Mexico didn't score, I could put a lot of that on the Mexican attack. Wasn't that great to begin with? Let's see who else. I'd say those are probably the stars for me. And then the overarching biggest loser, Mexico as a whole for tonight. So we're coming up on a little over 2.5 hours. Appreciate all of you who stuck around. Those of you, couldn't stick around the whole time, but kind of bounced in and out, really appreciate you as well. I guess for the last time I'll say, if you haven't subscribed on YouTube or follow on Twitch or Facebook, please do so. Would love to see you guys back here with the next watch along. Like I said, I plan on doing the final against Canada on Sunday, and then working some other ones next coming weeks with U.S. soccer. Also have the podcast I do, Chomping at the Bit. You can find that on YouTube. Trying to get it to a habit where I do some of them live. That way I can put them over on Twitch as well, but haven't got to that point yet. Then you can also find me Mondays and Tuesdays right now over on Sports Empire Network. Thursdays during the football season, I'm on Sports Empire Network as well. All right, CONCACAF will have 6 to 7 spots. U.S., Mexico, and Canada, 3 or 4 more. Yeah, so I guess right now if I had to make a prediction, the 3, yeah, because the 7th spot is like the playoff spot against, I think, the Asian Confederation. I'm trying to think who the 3 would be. I assume Panama's one of the 3. I'd have to say that. I kind of assume Jamaica's going to be one of the 3. The 6th spot I could see possibly going to... maybe like Costa Rica? I could see Trinidad being in play for the 7th spot and like the playoff round against the, like I said, Asian Confederation. I could see that. There's going to be a bunch of other teams in there like Honduras maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll see how it all plays out. But, I mean, Sean, are you a fan of the expanded World Cup field? I I kind of like it. I'm fine with it. And we'll see how the first one goes. But I like it right now. I feel like open up the opportunities for more countries. I'm always a fan of that. All right, yeah. I mean, they're talking about Beerhalter and the Reyna situation, which that can't possibly be an issue if they're bringing him back on as the coach. That'd be wild if he came back and had some resentment against Reyna. So Sean, let's see. I like it. I don't think it will affect the finals really. They'll put a spotlight on some deserving nations. I agree. I mean, look, to venture off into another sport, That's been my thing with the expanded playoff in college football. I don't care if you end up with, Georgia, Alabama, if it works out that way at the end. But just opening it up to see new matchups is all I want to see. So it's the same thing with the World Cup. Ultimately, if we end up with like a France-Brazil final, who cares? But if that allows us to see, Jamaica in the World Cup, see, I guess Italy get back into the World Cup because they missed the past couple out of Europe. See, like a Mo Salah who missed out on the last World Cup with Egypt. See him in there. Why not? I'm all for it. So yeah, I'm right there with you, Sean. So, so I guess one last time, you see it on the screen. USA win 3-0 over Mexico, dominating performance. Pulisic, Captain America, whatever you want to call him, 2 goals to really set the tone for the U.S. And for Mexico, it got ugly there late. Expecting a lot of changes from Mexico in the next coming days, week or so. But yeah, I think we can call it a night there. I see, Sean, that you're still. You've asked the last couple of questions. If you have any last comments or a question, if not, I can, I guess, head on out of here. But I will also say, appreciate all of you for tuning in. Appreciate all of you who did subscribe and follow tonight. You guys are all, great for doing that. Xander, Sean, some of the new people who came in here and were really great in the chat. I really appreciate all of you as well. A Stone, yeah, great energy in the chat. Always love that. That's why I love doing these. I really appreciate the comment about how I make it feel like I have a big following when I obviously don't. But hey, we're getting there one day at a time. And I just definitely appreciate the growth that I have seen because of you. So I always want to bring as much energy as I can with each stream. So with that, appreciate all of you. Like I said, the game's over now. The post game, they're still talking about beer halter and stuff. So I think we can wind it down here and head on out. So thanks again. Be safe, all of you. Enjoy the rest of your night. Like I said, I should be able to do USA Canada Sunday, so I'll definitely get that scheduled. You guys can, set your time accordingly. Sean, appreciate you. See you soon. I really appreciate that, Sean. Really appreciate that. So, be safe. God bless, and I'll see you next time, whether it's on a podcast episode or another watch along, whatever you can catch me. But like I said, I appreciate everything you guys have done for me. I'll see you later. Have a good night. I'm out.